Who is Marvel Rivals' strongest DPS hero? Not with a team, not according to tier list, all by themselves. Well, the only unbiased way to know for sure is to 6-stack copies of every hero in the new Free Fight arcade mode and have them battle it out in a tournament. Every week, the top 2 from each role will be selected to compete in the grand finals against each other role for the ultimate prize of being the next hero that I lord. While we can't pick the maps nor enable competitive rules in this mode, what we did different this week was handpick the starting matchups, so every hero is fighting their most similar and reasonably fair counterparts, such as flyer versus flyer, dive versus dive, and so on. I'll also try to put the teams on offense and defense as to what my chat thinks is the best way to do it. So don't blame me, blame them. And as a bit of a spoiler, the winner of this tournament is just not what you're gonna predict, I guarantee you. Let's begin with 2 ranged powerhouses, Punisher versus Namor. This is lore accurate start of match ritual for the Namors. So it begins, Namor on offense. Oh my gosh, look at the turrets! Holy shit! Oh my gosh. Okay, they're starting to push the cart there just from the passive movement. It's exactly what it reminds. Oh, and Namor got behind. Oh, he's starting to get some. Oh! Namor with the flank. This Punisher takes a little bit of learns very quickly. Wow. These Punishers are getting annihilated. Holy cow, there's so many dead. Okay, well, another one bites the dust. They're gonna need to pull back. Opening fire. Oh, with the flank. The Namors come back around. Nice, okay. Yeah, those flanks have been nasty. They're slowly putting pressure on this. Slowly putting pressure on this. Neither team really capable of taking this. They're kind of just at a lock, both kind of like trading the cart back and forth. Neither team's really able to do anything significant. Crota in the back. Ooh, with the big flank over here. Punisher does jump up into the grass, split the squid, but is it enough? No. Oh, a very bold move. Very bold move. Out of uranium, he goes down. Yeah, the Punishers, like both teams, are kind of stuck against each other here. Neither side able to really slow each other down. Dux does have ult. Takes a lot of damage, ends up going down. Anytime the Punishers overextend, they immediately go down. This really does come down to whether or not the Punishers have the patience to wait them out. Gamer in a really bad position here, really lit, is able to grab his health. A lot of the Namors are starting to put pressure down. Then the Punishers have significantly pushed back the Namors. A lot of the Namors are starting to get kills. Okay, the cart moves. Ult's coming down. Jeffrey doesn't really have much to work with here. Against open fire and goes down immediately. Like, it really is, both teams are just stuck. The Namors won't be able to contest point. They've got to touch, and they aren't able to. Damn. Namor couldn't handle the 6 biblically accurate Americans, and he is out. Much to the relief of the flanker heroes later in this list. I want to play a game. Drop in the comments who you think makes it to the top 4. I will pin the list with the most accurate explanation as to why, and make sure you subscribe and leave the video a like while you're at it too. It means a lot. Also, don't worry about Daredevil. He will have his own separate tournament video before the grand finals. But next up, it's 6 Hellbringers versus 6 Helltakers. One Bucky going up a little bit forward, Pungent Rhyme getting a little aggressive here. Sir Cruz goes down. The Hell is beginning to open fire. It's an even trade back and forth. Both teams have taken a 1 down, 2 down. Opening fire on both sides. With the Buckies slightly an advantage here. The Buckies do have them held back, but again, it was only a 1 kill difference the first time that allowed them to win. If they can just beat those odds just a little bit. All of the Helas are extremely damaged right now, though. Oh, a Hela moves in from the side, opening fire on Fire Falcon on the opposite side, and Fire Falcon ends up taking him out. But more continue to drop. Pungent Rhyme trading blows here. Both teams very heavily dependent on aim. Oh, a crazy hook from the Bucky. Oh, big hit. They got to get to zone right here, right now. Okay. Bucky's handily take the first zone. They've got a bit of a shot here. Looking for a grab, not getting anything. Oh, falls off the map. The Hela is taking the high ground, actually able to make the Buckies retreat. The Helas do have position on the zone, and they are starting to actually cap the zone here. Okay, Hela is on the board. Legendary popping down what he can here. Punch It Rhyme's in a bad position. Oh, Punch It Rhyme. Huge 180 on that engagement. Hela still do have advantage on the point, but for how long is the question? Bugs coming back from the alternate angles here. All of the Helas have ult minus Sergeant Care Bear, who's only 2% off. Okay, Bugs popping down the ult. He's in a good position here to do it. They're doing their best to try to shut him out, but they're having a very hard time. Able to zone them out for just long enough. They are going to be able to get another set of the ults coming out here. All right, they have the zone. Will the Buckies be able to take the zone from them? 85%. They don't have much time left. Getting separated out from the group, goes down, but it was a big splash of damage. Neither team has a great access to healing here. Oh, Fire Falcon grabs a kill at the cost of a huge portion of health. He's barely holding on. Forcing the Buckies to hold out, and Hela gets round 2. Wow, this is anybody's game right now, dude. This is anybody's game right now. Oh, another Bucky bites the dust, but is pretty damaged. Armed and Dangerous goes down. Gets through the escapes. Can Sergeant Care Bear escape for long enough? Oh, the reset off of the other ult. Holy cow. We've never seen this before. Using another ult to reset the already existing ult. Radio goes down. Punch It Rhyme trying to get what he can. The Hela's starting to take the zone on him. Punch It Rhyme's in a closed space. Oh, gets the kill anyway. Fire Falcon opening fire. Gets another reset on the ult with only 13 health remaining. He's got to be careful. Does he go for the health pack? He decides to just reset it and go again. Okay, it's a huge amount of pressure that this ult can push out. Okay, they're able to easily clear them off the zone. Not a lot of kills, but it's enough. Decides to force out the ult. Might not be the best course of action here for Bugs. A kill goes down. Bugs not really getting a lot with this, though. Radagoon trying to get into a better position here. Jaycon running back from the spawn. Punch It Rhyme's got a touch. He's got a touch. 96, he's got a touch. He ends up touching just in time. Wow, that was just freaking close, dude. Alistair does have ult. Throwing some damage down. Counter ult. Oh, but it's not enough. It's not enough. What an insanely close match. Maybe 1 or 2 kills could have changed the outcome, but in this timeline, Bucky is out. Now it's time for the Flyers. Storm versus Iron Man. The fights begin. Projectiles on both sides. Okay, storms are falling. Damn. Oh, okay, all right. The storms are falling. Shots back and forth, but still, the Iron Mans are having no issues dispatching Storm. Absolutely no issues dispatching Storm. DPC trying to clean up and just getting unibeamed down. And another. There, damn, dude. Again, another Storm. They're trying to get to the position here. They potentially have shots here. Big damage, but not enough for the kill. They really got to land those shots. Again, just the unibeam is so much of a trouble for the Storms to get through. This is really not looking good for them. Cakewalk, yeah, they're kind of cleaning up. They're kind of cleaning up. Oh, a wasted maximum pulse. Uranium whips it. Gets 1. Gets 2. Okay, I mean, that's something. Can they get any more off of that, though? Iron Man has not been able to capture the zone. Is this Storm's ability to come back here? Okay. Maximum pulse goes out. Only grabs 1. P-Lab still has ult. All right, they're starting to put pressure on the zone. If they can cap, that would be ideal. Oh, big hits. Ooh, hold up. Okay, they're doing relatively well. Iron Man is able to capture the zone, though. Not quite enough. Pops out the ult. Oh, they actually get control of the zone. For how long is the question? For how long is the question? They're at least on the board. P-Labs running back, does have ults. The Iron Man's taken back immediately. Yeah, there's not much you can do about that, even if you landed every shot. Iron Man is hands down the winner. Storm couldn't handle the protons, and she's eliminated. But now, how about a match between two mid-ranged underdogs? Star-Lord versus Mr. Fantastic. Here we go. Star-Lord's taking a bit of an alternate angle here. One of them goes down immediately. Blake getting obliterated out here. Huge amount of damage inbound. They're just stuck in their spawn right now, but more damage continues to go in. Okay, the Star-Lords do secure the zone. Doing their best to try to stay alive. Mr. Fantastic secures up a kill, Gamer. Putting more damage on where he can. Mr. Fantastics are back in position. Mr. Fantastics again continuing to hold ground here. Despite the Star-Lords having a spawn room this close, Star-Lord's hitting an absolute wall here. Absolutely hitting a wall. Heroes are down here. Decent amount of Reed Richards are down. Legendaries finally pop. Nice and high in the sky. Trying to bring him down to the ground. Opening fire. One goes down. Shook Artist. Trying to get what kills that he can here. Radagoon has them all spread out, but they all were able to easily escape. Finally, Star-Lord is able to move the zone. Yeah, just look at how many Star-Lords it takes to take one Mr. Fantastic down, dude. That's crazy. I don't think attack or defense would have changed that. They're starting to move the zone. The ult's coming out for Mr. Fantastic. Crossmaster pops an ult. Fire Falcon pops the ult. They're not getting a lot, though. Legendary is popped. Smubble opening fire. Big damage on all targets here. Grabs another kill. The ult's absolutely moving the zone. Ult pops down. Oh, Rokarp gets one before going down himself. Big damage coming in still. 10 seconds left on the clock. Dude, look how much trouble they have with just one. Look how much trouble they have with just one Mr. Fantastic, dude. Okay, the zone continues to move. Ult comes down. Secures up one kill. Ultra snags a couple more damage. Oh my gosh, Ultra with a 4-piece. And that is GG. Listen, comment section, I don't want to hear a freaking word out of you. Offense or defense, it does not matter. Star-Lord was getting his ass kicked. Mr. Fantastic's ability to stack health amongst himself was oppressively powerful. Star-Lord has fallen. Next came a difficult one to balance. Wolverine, a hero specifically designed to handle tanks, versus Blade, a hero kitted for brawling against supports. Yeah, I will not. All right. The Blades are in position. Wolverines are moving in. It's going to be a little awkward here because Wolverine does not have any range. Fight's beginning. Blade able to put some range damage in on the Wolverines. One Wolverine in the background trying to get what damage that they can here. First, oh, good scoop. Block in, P-Labs trying to get out. It doesn't look like it's going to matter. It doesn't look like it's going to matter. Wolverines are still doing their best to clean up. And they still go down. Blade has killed the Wolverine, and they will take this zone without issue. Oh, never mind. Ike comes flying in, stalling it out for just but a second. Easily moving it forward here. Rooms here, trying to see if they can get a flank on the side. Anytime they dive into the point itself, the Blades immediately shut them down with the melee move of their own. Blades starting to dive in. Get splash damage on here. Oh! Digital with the big ult. Not quite able to get up with more of the kills. The ults are starting to fire. Wolverine has set himself up on the defense. All of the Blades are down. Pops down the ult. Gets one. Big damage on two. Trust Table able to escape barely with his life. Fez does have ult. The Blades are starting to pop out ults of their own. Drops down the ult and gets nothing with it. Blades continuing to slice and dice through the Wolverines. living just barely going down. Wow, that healing actually did a lot of work there. Wolverine tries to grab one of them, doesn't quite get what he's looking for. Able to grab one off into the side. Blade's able to jump out though. Ult comes down from Cryptic. Not really getting anything with it though. Cheese and fries, the kills on the right-hand side. Blade is just walking this thing forward without issue. Trying to dive to the point and not in time. Not in time. It's not too surprising that Wolverine is out. Some heroes really do need a team to function well, but that's not the case for this next hero because it's a battle of the health pack gamers, Spider-Man versus Black Panther. I'm gonna go from the side here. As you're seeing all of them engage on each other. It's just broken up fights all spread out across them and everything. A lot of the Black Panthers are dead right now. A whole lot of the Black Panthers are dead. Spider-Man securing this zone, not by much. Most of them are either damaged or dead, but they do secure the zone. They're just struggling to pin these Spider-Men down. Spider-Man's a lot more flexible and adaptable to finding like flying targets and stuff. Something that Black Panther is uniquely bad at. Okay, BP does have control of the zone. They are indoors here. The BPs might be able to do something with that. Not anything for it. Foxmaster secures up a kill. Fire Falcon looking for targets here. Fast goes down. Oh! Smubble gets a double there. Able to hold it out for just a little bit longer, but the Spider-Man are able to recapture the zone. Okay, and that's it. Spider-Man takes first zone. BP is gonna get one more shot at this. Indoors might be a little bit harder for them to deal with it. When you got a bunch of them on it, though, it's gonna be a lot easier to move it overall. Fast comes out, but doesn't really get a lot. Double spider marks on Egg Sniffer. He goes down. Having a real hard time pinning down Spider-Man. They're trying everything they can. They were so close. Neither team's been able to capture anything yet. Big tags on both. Oh, there it is. Spider-Man finally securing the zone. Bugs doing some good work over here. All right, they're going to overtime. The ult comes out. Foxmaster pops down the ult to follow. Vado trying to stay alive and on the zone. Bass comes out and grabs nothing. Spider-Man is just too quick. Fire Falcon dueling it out. See if you can get anything. Goes down in the process. Smubble trying to make his way back. There's still a lot of them on zone right now. The Spider-Man doing their best to try to pick them off from the safety of cover, using what range advantage that they do have. The Black Panthers are starting to put pressure on the zone. Starting to put pressure. They actually secure a cap. Fire Falcon pops down the ult. Does not get a lot, but it's enough to start getting some pressure back onto the zone. Still, the Panthers continue to flood in. Big damage on. They're so close to taking the zone back, but BP is so fast. He's able to get back so quickly. Black Panther's not going down without a fight. Not going down without a fight. Oh, and they're off for just long enough. Spider-Man's slight edge in aerial mobility cut him the win, and Black Panther is eliminated. Jumping up to round 2. Some heroes got automatic buy-ins because they're generally regarded as either really, really good or really, really bad. One such powerhouse is Phoenix, who has the pleasure of going toe-to-toe with the Punisher. Bro is stanced up. Bro is stanced up. Look at him. Bro's ready to go. Unblinking. Oh my gosh. Dude, these Phoenix are not having any issue. Their self-healing is carrying them big time. Switch out to the shotgun. Can he get it in time? Yes, he can. She can. DPC grabs up the kill. Trying to get whatever they can in here. Again, going down. Sergeant Carrier does get a kill in the process, though. But with every one Phoenix that falls, 3 Punishers die in the process.
You are nothing.
DPC not quite getting the grapple that they're looking for. Oh my gosh, this is a slaughter for these Punishers, bro. An absolute slaughter for these Punishers. They can't get anything, bro. They cannot get anything right now. Think Punisher would have won on defense? I mean, we can run this back. If you guys really do believe Punisher would win this on defense. Struggling so hard, dude. struggling so hard. Then versus her, it matters. Someone else maybe. Yeah, I just think, dude, the Punisher is getting just rolled right now. Barely able to touch zone. Can't hardly secure up kills.
Executioner!
Decent pop for the ult. Next to the health pack too. Grabs a kill. Grabs 2. That's pretty big. But not able to get up anymore. Absolutely obliterated. All right, I'm gonna run a poll. Some people are saying that this would only work with Punisher on defense. Punisher on defense, yeah, we might swap it up. We might swap it up. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Stay on your teams. Stay on your teams. I'll swap it like this.
Later.
Chokes down so fast with that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think either way it would have won. Of the hit scan heroes, Phoenix is definitely one of the best. She eliminates the Punisher and moves on. Next, it's a battle of the snipers. Black Widow versus Hawkeye. Ooh, barely whiffs the shot there. Grabs another for some damage there. Ike taking it in the shoulder, grabbing a health pack. Fire Falcon going high, getting kicked and eliminated. Hold up. Hold up. The Widows are serving up defeat to the Hawkeyes. Going for splash damage. Oh, cleans out. Okay, some of the Hawkeyes are actually able to secure up some of the kills now. Hawkeyes finally putting some value onto the board. They're starting to secure up their first zone. And they have secured it. Not very many of them up here, though. There's going to be a lot of these battles with the DPSs. Oh, Digital snags a kill on Beto. Shots continue to come in. Oh, my gosh. They're all trying to get their shots in. Ooh, Foxmaster snags a kill. Oh, snags 2. In a duel with, grabs a hit without taking damage. Able to dodge another hit. Oh, he's in a 2v1, using cover expertly here. Grabs up the health pack. Oh, misses the shot. Going in for the dive. Grabs the kill. Neski dueling it out. Oh, dude, these Widows are spicy. Yo, where did we find these Widows? Can they get to zone? No. Wow. Hawkeye loses comfortably. No real shots here. Both teams looking to line each other up. Morph ends up grabbing a kill. Existence dueling it out with the Hawkeye. In a bad position, ends up going down to an explosive arrow. You never see those. Beto's in a damaged position here. Oh, snags up the kill. Bray. Hawkeye does control zone right now. Fire Falcon popping out the ult. Grabs a kill. Mingo also popping out ult. Oh, damage, but not enough for the kill. Many of the Hawkeyes are down. The stun going out. Living, but for how long? Looks like they're able to get control of the zone. It's crazy the trees are still up. Bray unfortunately misses his ult there. Yeah, whiffs like crazy. That was unfortunate. The explosive arrow is actually doing a lot of work here. That's crazy that the explosive arrows are actually that good. I did not know. I did not know that the explosive arrows could do that. That's actually insane. Many of the Hawkeyes are being forced to run back here. All the Widows are so spread out, right? Like everyone's so like away from each other. Grabs the kick. There's too many of them on him. And that is it. Wow. Despite her lower tier ranking, Black Widow wins. She will move on to fight Phoenix. But now it's time to find out who's the best of the most hated heroes. It's Squirrel Girl versus Hela. A cascade, a waterfall. Here come the nuts. Oh! Dickon grabs a kill. Oh! Squirrel Girl having a bit of a hard time getting anything down right now as the Hellas continue to march forward. Okay, all right, the Squirrel Girls mount a defense. They're looking relatively set here, in on their targets right now. Whoa, oh, out of nowhere. Oh, dude, every person I spectate dies. You're next. Dang, dude. Okay, the Squirrel Girls are easily handling their Hela competition right now.
Cryptic is in a back position. He might be able to get some of the damage on the flanks. Got some damage on Rokarp. He's struggling to follow his shots up. Able to get the heals off Rokarp. Secures up the kill. Okay, the ult comes out from J-Con. Unfortunately, it is almost useless. It's just holding them back, keeping them from being able to push in. Okay, it does get a kill, but immediately gets nutted on. Hela goes down. Cryptic also has ult, might pop soon, decides to go for it. Is gonna be able to defend the cart relatively well. Okay, the cart marches on. All right, Hela has secured her first objective. Damn. Okay, another Hela popping down ult. Grabs up one. Big damage, might get up two here. Grabs two. Double nut. Grabs up one. Able to secure it. Hela popping down the ult. Trusted Table's in a pretty good position to protect the cart. Morph looking to maybe get a flank with the ult. Potentially. But he's caught in the corner. He goes down. Ike having to do the run back here. Many of the Helas are dead here. Didn't think this match would be close. Think Squirrel would run it. Yeah. Oh, grabs up a kill. Damage on another. Big hits on another. Not able to quite get the rest. More finally popping down that ult. Cryptic is pretty close. Not quite able to secure the kill. Escaping out the way. Having a hard time finding the targets, ends up securing Hellfire. Able to grab health pack and stay in the fight. Cryptic does have ult. Grabs the kill. They're moving the cart. 20 seconds remain. Ult comes out from Cryptic. Try to force the cart. The Squirrel Girls have such a hard time countering this ult. Another drops. They secure it up barely. The Squirrel Girls, it's just a lobby of lobbing nuts. Able to secure up a kill. Oh, Foxmaster grabs a triple. And a great angle right there. This is a hard bunker to bust. Ult's coming out. Rokarp secures up one. Rokarp secures up two. Give Free Cheese grabs one. Hellfire grabs another. Helas are really struggling. Viva Lapone is going to get maybe one ult, but they've got to touch point. They've got to get to the point. Oh, but that might be it. Oh my gosh, the Squirrels take it. Wow.
Squirrel Girl takes the Queen of Hell back from whence she came. That's weirdly lore accurate. We are about halfway through the tournament. Has your prediction still held true? I hope so, and I hope you're still liking the battles because it's Flyer versus Flyer Part 2. Human Torch versus Iron Man. It's gonna be just no one's gonna be near the cart. It's gonna be like one dude touching the cart just to like change its ownership, right? Okay, the Iron Mans are moving point. Big damage coming out of Fire Falcon, getting chased down by some of the Iron Men though. Stoic Apollo looking to follow. I did not mean for that to rhyme. I'm so sorry. Fire Falcon ends up getting smoked. Lots of damage coming out from both sides. The Iron Men are moving the point forward. The Human Torch has got to come up with a different plan right now. I think they got to land their shots as Bugs is struggling just a bit. I think he's trying too hard to do the tech rather than just simply dealing damage. Trying too hard to be fancy and just needs to focus on the fundamentals. Trash healers, yeah, real. Themselves. They keep kind of taking these on one by one. That's one thing that the Iron Man will have advantage for is they have a little bit of poke in their DNA, allowing them to stay back a bit. Human Torch is forced to kind of get in on top of them. They might consider using their dive just to close gap. Both teams do have a way of getting over health. They're struggling to get any sort of healing up. However, the Human Torches do have control of the zone at the moment. Not for very long. A lot of the Iron Men do have ult. They don't really need it though. They're able to clean them up pretty easily. Pulse Charge does go out. Ultra goes down in the process. Bugs, all right. They've slowed him down. The Iron Men are slowed down here. Ultra moving into the zone, opening fire. He's got some backup.
having a hard time pinning down the very agile Human Torch. Supernova being popped out by Bugs. He's just simply using it to get some damage onto the zone. Maximum Pulse comes out. Doesn't seem like it gets anything there from Egg Sniffer. What sort of counterplay will they be able to do? It's still not enough. The cart marches forward. They're getting closer and closer. They do have control of the zone. Maximum Pulse goes down, but it doesn't get enough. Huge amount of kills. Iron Man do control the zone, and they are marching it forward. They're slowly pushing back the Human Torches. Supernova comes out. Fire Falcon holds down the zone, forcing them to stay away from it. Pretty smart use of it, being that he's not able to get a lot of value out of it from the skies. Using their prisons to try to keep things out from ground-based levels. That little bit of chip damage does add up without any healers on the team. 15 seconds remain. Big damage. Noah goes down. Bugs also in a bad spot. Only 40-something health remaining. Smubble goes down. Maximum Pulse comes out. Mercy doesn't grab anything, but they are moving the point. They're taking lots of damage, but they are moving the point. Pulse Charge comes out, but it gets shut down before anything hits. Jeffy Squirrel opening up fire. Still, they're struggling to maintain control of the zone. Trying to push in, not Orange, running back, does have the ults. Pops out the Maximum Pulse, but there's no one there to take advantage of it. And the Human Torch takes it. My chat was in an uproar over this match, but I really could have seen this going either way. And I mean, heck, it's their faults. They're the ones playing the heroes, and you can too if you want to join us. Check the pinned comments. But only after we see a rematch from the Multiverse of Madness, Scarlet Witch versus Mr. Fantastic. They'll be able to keep themselves alive. The stun immediately coming in. That's a lot of stun bubbles. Okay, Shook Artist able to get in there and snag a couple of the kills. Trying to get more as he's closing out the gap. Shook Artist grabbing one. Sergeant Care Bear moving into the zone. The switches start dropping. Dang. Okay. They're continuing to march forward. Both teams very close in brawling range of each other. However, the Scarlet Witch is not having any trouble at all, keeping them slowed down, but Mr. Fantastic is still moving the cart forward. They're still getting more kills overall. Putting big damage on. Guys are kind of caught out in the back here, separated out with a relatively healthy Wanda. Ends up grabbing the kill. Pungent Rhyme. Shooked Artist starting to clean up here. Sergeant Care Bear having no issues cleaning up the rest. Once again, the Scarlet Witch has hit the floor. We'll see if anything changes with both teams having ults. Care Bear popping down the ult. Pure Chaos coming down. Dinoter not quite getting anything. Following up with Batman and Blake. Blake only snags one and is in big trouble here. They're continuing to drop. Oh my gosh, they just can't do anything. The Aura Farm is beginning. Mr. Fantastic winning so much, they're now going for bonus points. A lot of the ults are ready and on deck. They're winning just by pure intimidation tactics alone. What can the Scarlet Witches do? The ult comes down. Oh, and he's immediately punched. Pure Chaos doesn't get anything, despite basically the whole team being there, dude. Gamer snags up the kill. Shooked Artist and Gamer have continued to clean up. They're very close to getting the point right here, right now, and that is it. Scarlet Witch's damage wasn't quite flexible enough to handle a swarm of 6 pseudo tanks, making themselves into indestructible Pop-Tarts. Mr. Fantastic moves on. Now, how about 2 of the part brawlers, part flankers go at it? How about Magik versus Iron Fist? Yeah, we're gonna see a fire sale, a clearance on town halls today. And a lot of children. So many children and a lot of houses. Now, they dash out. Fire Falcon coming in from behind, trying to see if he can clean any of them up. There's a lot of swords, though. Oh, Cryptic goes down. Morph trying to get up to the high ground here to try to single out one of the Magics, but the Magics are pushing forward. Many of the Iron Fist are struggling
to maintain their foothold right now as the Magics are walking them back handily. Even Fire Falcon, the Lord of the Iron Fist team, is really struggling, able to grab up a health pack and some personal healing. Okay, both teams flashing in. It's, oh my gosh, it is a blender. And unfortunately, Iron Fist is caught in the middle. This is not looking good at all for the Iron Fist. They're starting to go down though, but for every one that falls, 2 of the Iron Fists are to follow. Able to get healing up into the sky without much of an issue. Oh, but just immediately, dude, even when they're full health, we're able to see that the Iron Fist was able to stall the point relatively well, even if they were losing. They had basically all of them go down, but they still stalled the point relatively consistently there. That might be enough to be able to allow them to take this victory. How many Beyblades ever seen? A biblical amount. Yeah, just look at the absolute blender of damage that the Magics are able to just chew through these Iron Fists. Most of them have their ults too. Iron Fist trying to stall the point as best as he can. Just has no advantage on them. They're just so bunched up. And the Iron Fist are really, really not. They've got to come up with a better strategy. Is doing a lot of work. Just generally speaking, because the Iron Fist are not grouping up and not bunching up. Lots of Dark Childs coming out to meet the Town Halls. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy crap. So much red portal. Cryptic trying to do what he can. Morph trying to do what he can. Dude, it is just, dude, look at all the red. Look at all the red. They're getting aggressive. Look at this. They're going all forward. Okay, the Town Halls are cheap. Stoic Apollo trying to sink. Oh my gosh. Dude, I just, like, by the time my camera is able to even to get to them, they're dead. Look at this, dude. I can't even keep up with all of them. Fire Falcon's only alive. No, there's, holy cow, dude. They're trying to force this close. They're trying to end this match. Force them off the zone. There's still one there. It's a good plan. Can they execute? 2. And that is it. Easily slices through the Iron Fist. Magik cuts Iron Fist into tiny devil-sized pieces. She moves on. Now it's a battle of the avatars of Khonshu. Moon Knight makes his debut versus Blade. That is very true. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Ready to go. Getting pumped. Ice skating uphill. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Moon Knight's moving out. Finding a backline shot on the Blade. That's a lot of onks. Oh, man. Okay, a lot of the blades just went down. This might not be good for the blades. Getting a couple of the damages here. Moving out. They've got to use those blocks more often if they're going to even stand a chance. Dashing out, dashing back. Setting up blocks. Ends up cleaning up Blade. This is not looking good. Zoroark in a bit of a bad spot here. His cover gets blown up. Another kill as they continue to bite. Yeah, Blades are really struggling to hold any ground against them here at all. Gets in close quarters, but it is still not enough. Free Cheese does have an ult. Pops it down. Easily cleans up one. Another drops. Oh, the ult's coming out from Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt grabs 2. Trying to clean up the third. Trying to clean up the third. Big damage, but still not enough. So close. More cuts coming out. That's at least 3,000 cuts. They're close to getting the zone. One low Dinosaur trying to hold them out. Trying to stall them out. Dinosaur scores 1, scores 2. Holy cow, almost scores 3. Oh, but he's just barely able to push it forward. Oh my gosh. Zoroark does have an ult. Blake also has an ult. Moon comes out. Doesn't really get any value with it. But Dinosaur and Angela both take the dive. Oh, kind of just at the last second. That might have been not what he was looking for. Moon comes down. And there's 3 onks.
Ain't nobody surviving that. Ain't nobody surviving that. Okay, Blade is starting to mount a defense. Trying to close the gap with the ult. Moon Knight pops down the ult to force him up, and that is all they need to secure that last push. Moon Knight's aggressive onking moves him on, and the Daywalker is defeated. Now we have seen flank hero versus flank hero, and Spider-Man came out on top, but can he defend his victory against Psylocke? All right, here we go. Spider-Man are rolling out. Mountain Dew going in, tries to get a snag, ends up regretting that decision, takes big damage as he's trying to escape and goes down in the process. Foxmaster putting damage in, ends up snagging up the kill. Free Cheese battling it out of the point. Lots of Spider-Man up jumping the Psylocke one at a time. Hard to keep up with Spider-Man, but Shook Artist has no problem. They're able to keep off the assault from the Spider-Man. Bugs jumping in to clean up. Jeff's in a bad position here, going to need some health, ends up grabbing it. It is just a constant barrage of battle. The Psylocke's having to constantly meet the Spider-Man right directly on the point because of their speed. Bugs tried desperately to get that health off. Spider-Man are slowly starting to take pressure on the zone. Guards are coming around from the backside here. Sandy engages in combat and immediately goes down. Mountain Dew deep in the back lines here, trying to get some damage off on the Psylocke. They're so close, but not quite able to get their zone. Grabs a random tag. Both exchanging damage here. Oh, Geyser grabs a great kill on Foxmaster. Oh, but eats a big face full of shurikens. Grabs another kill, Bugs. Big damage coming in here from the Spider-Man as the combo's starting to get set up. Oh, tries to force out the ult and goes down in the process. That's one of the ults down, wasted. Ult comes out here from Shook Artist, forcing the Spider-Man to take a bit of a slower approach, but it still ends up getting cleaned up despite the invisibility. Not looking good. Cryptic pops down the ult to buy them some time. Oh, not barely. Oh! A lot of these Psylocke are down right now. They're having to do a run back. Meanwhile, the Spider-Men are slowly able to apply more and more pressure. They are coming back though. They've got ults. A lot of the Spider-Men have ults. If they can get them bunched up, that might be a problem. Double ulting coming down. Psylocke pop out the ults to try to counter. Continuing to take damage. This is a glass cannon brawl. Mountain Dew, bad position here. 10 HP remaining. He's desperately trying to escape. Bugs tries to pop out the ult, but goes down. Overtime is now engaged. Pops out the ult. This is just simply to get them off of the zone. This is just a way to secure up the zone. But the Spider-Mans are trying to maintain pressure on the zone. Shook Artist coming back with the ult, but it's not going to matter. And there we have it, folks. As Spider-Man is eliminated, our quarterfinalists are decided. Phoenix, Black Widow, Squirrel Girl, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Magik, Moon Knight, and Psylocke. Is your prediction still holding strong? Well, let's see if it survives. Phoenix versus Black Widow. Position. Widow's getting set up here. Let's see what they do. Chick moving in here too. Mercy trying to get any shortest shots that they can. Not quite finding anybody, grabbing some body shots. Damage continues to funnel in. Many of the Phoenixes are down. Just getting cleaned up here, dude. They're just getting dropped one after the other. The damage is coming in, but it's just not landing on anything. Widow finally gets a drops here. We finally got some of the Widows going down. We have found the entire Lord population of Widows. And they are absolutely cleaning up the Phoenixes right now. Like, no offense to the Phoenix team, but you've clearly got just better players on the other team.
Some bad guys.
You're the ones without Lords need to be trying to get Lord Lamau. Yeah. Okay, they're finally starting to hit a wall here. Sergeant Care Bear caught out in the open. Oh, ends up going down here. Mercy coming around from the backside, looking to see if they can find any stray Phoenixes here. They do have ult. Big hit, grabs one, grabs two. Oh, a big 4-piece out of Team Widow. 5-piece even. The Widow marches forward. Cryptic secures up yet another. But they're slowly starting to get picked off yet again. Foxmaster running back to the point to try to reset that zone. Doing what they can. Blake doing what they can. Yeah, all right. Just notice Mercy's on Widow. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to run a poll because I believe the skill difference between these teams are far too great. I'm going to run a poll to see if we run this back, because I firmly believe if we swapped literally one of the Lords off of that team, they're losing. The thing is, from my perspective, I win either way, because I preach that Widow isn't understood, and that poke, which Widow obviously is, counter sustained, of which, you know, Phoenix is, right? Big damage coming out. Not able to secure any of the kills. However, both teams taking a bit of hits. High ground here as they're exchanging shots back and forth. Okay. Adeline does get a kill. Looking to grab another. Grabs another. Existence ends up going down here. More damage continuing to funnel in. Okay, Widows do, in fact, control the zone. It does look like Widow is indeed going to take this. Okay, damn. That was some poke right there. Holy crap. Mercy ends up securing yet another. Is in a bit of a bad state, trying to take advantage. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, a lot of the Widows are starting to fall here, as the Phoenixes are taking the point. Putting huge pressure here. Ultra trying to close the gap. Ultra just barely escaping with his life. Many of the Widows do indeed have an ult here ready to go too. Okay, the Widows are starting to capture the zone. Mercy, huge damage here. Big hits coming out of both teams. Trying to see if she can get something. Grabs the stun from both sides. Pops the ult. Oh, ends up dodging it. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, see, again, this is why we wanted Mercy to have a little bit more of a handicap. Mercy's insane on the hit scan characters. All right, Widow takes the first point. Unironically rooting for the Widows now. I mean, like, yeah, same, right? Now that the teams are more balanced. Ultra pops down the ult. Oh, gets shut down though. Surge popping out the ult. Grabs a kill and some big damage on the rest. Starting to secure up the zone. Phoenixes have this launched out. Stoic pops down the ults, and the Widows again are starting to take the zone. Oh, whips the ults, busy Geoduck. Oh my gosh, that is crazy, dude. Mercy, bit damaged here. Resistance is slowly starting to get his heals, but it doesn't matter as Mercy is able to clean it up. A lot of the Widows are all damaged here. Some of them are sitting on full health. They're being really aggressive. GP Adeline being really, really aggressive here. Ends up going down. Not surprising. Mercy trying to escape to the health pack. Ends up grabbing it just in time. 100 HP, not much better. Ult's coming down. Soloing inside of the zone is crazy, dude. Ultra doesn't look like they get a whole lot off of that. Actually incredible. All right, I eat my words. Widow apparently takes it.
I'm just as surprised as you are. Clearly, I can't believe I'm even considering this, but did we just find who the counter to Phoenix is? Either way, this was an absolute upset. Not me, nor my chat, nor anyone could believe what we were seeing, but Black Widow has eliminated Phoenix. Up to this point, I would say matches have been pretty fair. Hopefully, your likes on this video and comments generally agree. But now it's time for one that we did not see happening. It's Squirrel Girl versus Human Torch.
There's going to be so many nuts. The Squirrel Girl's going high ground as well. Smart, with only a couple of them holding low here. It's really, really smart. Yeah, they all took the high ground here. That's really, really smart. Smart and Squirrel Girl don't often go in the same sentence, but here we are. Ooh, GTR gets absolutely roasted. Dino are trying to get some damage in. They're struggling to get any of the shots in here. Ah, man, they're just getting hit one after the other. Oh, ends up securing. Oh, not quite. That absolutely should have been a kill. Bit struggling right now. They do get overtime. Squirrel Girl bites the dust here. More nuts continue to rain in. Human Torches do have control of the zone. They're summoning demons. The Squirrel Girls are continuing to drop. However, a C9 from the back, and no, that is it. Human Torch takes the first zone. That's a lot of flames through there. Shook Artist does have ults. Yeah, that's a lot of zone control. That's a hell of a lot of zone control. Ult finally goes down. They just can't even get line of sight. The Human Torches are able to secure the area so efficiently and so thoroughly. A Scroll Stampede goes out, and to be expected, doesn't really hit anything. Cryptic does pop down the ult. Ends up securing up the kill. Unbelievably, Cryptic... Oh, I thought... never mind. I saw the other way. Sorry. I thought I saw a Scroll Stampede get a kill. Trying to get what they can. Not quite looking for it. Not quite getting what they're looking for there. Alien Slasher goes down. Ends up going down. And that... Oh, not quite. Squirrel Girl still trying to fight it out on the point. Alien does have ult. Trying to barrel stuff him with it. Not really getting anything. Not quite. Not quite.
Unsurprisingly, Squirrel Girl couldn't handle the heat. She relinquishes her spot as we move to a battle of the brawlers, Mr. Fantastic versus Magik. The fight begins. Magics get there a little bit faster as Mr. Fantastic does not have a lot of movement options. The stretch Armstrongs, the fists. Immediately the Mr. Fantastics are starting to take up the space. Oh, and the Magics are dropping like flies. Mr. Fantastic is almost secured on the zone. They're diving deep into the back line to try to secure this up. That is a lot of health that those Magics are going to have to chew through. Nobody has control of the zone right now, though. Foxmaster puffs out his chest and says, no. Who needs zone when you can spawn camp? So true, dude. So true. Meanwhile, the Magics are struggling to get any sort of ground here, as soon as they poke, 17,000 fists meet them. Mr. Fantastic is comfortably in the lead by now. He's gonna take a big swing. Thunderbolt grabs 3 kills. The Mr. Fantastics are currently in the process of spawn camping the Magics. Gamer pops out his chest. It goes down in the process. That's one of the first few kills we've seen actually happen this game. That 700 health is a lot to chew through. Something Magik really can't take advantage of because the hitbox size doesn't matter. However, Mr. Fantastics are beginning to drop. Dark Child out on the field. Damage coming in. Thunderbolt pops the ult as counterplay. Only has 400 remaining. Able to keep his health up just through the sheer overhealth alone. Trying to hold their ground. The Magics are struggling to get even the smallest of foothold.
All right, they're sticking together, a little closer together this time. That's actually to their detriment, as Mr. Fantastic has no trouble hitting multiple grouped up enemies at once. The Magics are aura walking in, trying to intimidate them. Meanwhile, one problem solved has completely broke up the aura walk. Blake pops down the ult. Dark Child coming out at the same time. Trusted goes down. Blake continues to apply pressure. Gamer cleaning up. However, the Magics are able to slow them down enough. It looks like they're actually going to start getting pressure on this zone. Jeff popping out the ult. Big damage coming in. Is it going to be enough to get through the Pop-Tart mode? Oh my gosh, that was a huge amount of damage. He goes down. Magik trying to take advantage of the grouped up positioning, but it does not matter. Stoic popping down the ults. Magik is at least able to get on the board, but Mr. Fantastic quickly 180s. Fight finally breaks out. Trusted does have ult. Decides to let it rip. There's a lot of Magics in here, except securing one. Dodges. Again, not quite enough. Good pressure, but not quite enough. Cryptic grabs a kill. Zini has close to ult here too. Trust table close to ult. Magik does secure the zone. Meanwhile, the Magics have been biding their time, brewing their revenge. Ults coming out. Both teams plopping them down. 3 Mr. Fantastic ults all unleashing all at once. Mr. Fantastic able to resecure the zone, but now without heavy casualties. Ult comes down. Trusted Table grabs 2. Secures up a 3rd. Trusted Table actually going crazy there. Stoic Apollo does have the ult. Dark Child goes down. Jeff weak. Setting up big damage. Grabs 1 before going down as well. Trusted yet again letting loose as hard as he possibly can. Foxmaster holding out for the final zone. Goes down. And this is going to be Magik's first W, 100%. He's biding his time. Trying to use his ranged slash. Pops out the ult. Huge damage coming in. Grabs up 1. Trying to secure another. Is able to escape from the clutches of the ult. Not quite grabbing his 3rd. Big damage coming in as the Mr. Fantastics are able to secure up the zone. Trusted Table cleans up another. It's an equal trade on both sides, but Mr. Fantastic has just a little bit more survivability and is able to keep the fight going. Cryptic does have ults, but drops off the side of the stage. That actually might be to their benefit here for a reset. Resetting. Mope goes in with the ults. Grabs some damage, but not securing into the kills that they're looking for. Cryptic also popping down the ult. Big damage, but again, no kills. Finally grabs 1. Ult comes down from Mr. Fantastic. Goes down. Trusted Table trying yet again. Round 2 of the ults, and 17 fists come from everywhere. The Luffy impersonators are going crazy. These anime cons need to be shut down. Big swords and stretchy people. That's all I hear. And that's going to be it. Yep. Mr. Fantastic easily secures up that zone. Yet again, Mr. Fantastic proves he is a flexible force to be reckoned with, and Magik is out. We're starting to see matchups of different types clash for dominance. One such fight is the Sustainer Moon Knight versus the Flanker Psylocke. Onks coming out. Big damage coming in, Alien Slasher, but it's immediately shut down. Oh, guys are able to grab a kill. Health is at an all-time low. They cannot bunch up. You're gonna learn a lesson that was learned back in my Destiny days of do not bunch up. This is absolutely an example of that. They're struggling big time right now to get anything as they're trying to close out these corridors. Moon Knight is easily able to just simply lay down the onks just like that and open fire. Big damage from Give Free Cheese, but not enough. He goes down again. Finally, J-Con goes down. One of the Moon Knights ends up dropping. There's still quite a lot of them here, though. These Psylocke's gotta find an answer here. They cannot keep this. Oh, they're actually starting to secure up some of the kills. Big damage coming in from the Moon Knights. Oh, as they continue to drop. However, they are getting pressure on the zone. Moon goes down. The stun was just enough to keep him off too, but there was a solo ult. 2 pips down. It looks like Psylocke's actually gonna be able to take this. They do indeed. Psylocke actually secures the first zone. That did not look like that she was gonna get that. That was looking bleak for a little while there. Big group of them right here. Ult comes down. Not able to get any of the kills, but able to clean up the one on the follow-up. Ult comes down. Give Free Cheese. Grabs up 2 with the ult. He's not done. He's looking at the back line here. Does not have dash and ends up going down. The moon comes down. Another moon comes down, but the cart continues to march. Nothing has been able to stop the march of the Psylocke's. They secure the next OBJ. J-Con really struggling at the mobile Psylocke. Dinosaur is just surrounded by the dives. Hellfire ready to go on ult, decides to pop it out on the zone, grabs 1, cleans up the onk as well, grabs 2. As Izzy just runs into the zone, and that is it. Psylocke is moving on. And here we are, the semifinals. Has your prediction still held true? Did you guess that Black Widow, Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, and Psylocke would be the ones to make it this far? If you say yes, I don't believe you. The winners of these next 2 matches guaranteed themselves a spot in the grand finals and will go on to face the winners of the other roles in the tournament. Let's begin. It's Black Widow versus Human Torch. Oh. The ultimate skill check. The sniper, Black Widow, versus the shotgun flyer, Human Torch. The shots begin to rain out. Angela's in a bad way. Adeline's also in a bad way here. Goes down as well. Damage continues to funnel in. All right, Widow secures up the first zone. Screwing up their health. The kick goes out, doesn't quite grab what they're looking for. Damage continues to rain in. Thunderbolts goes down. Oh. The consistent damage and pressure out of Widow. They are going to take round 1 with very little pressure. Yeah, able to hold them off, keep them from pushing in. It's the way you got to do it there. There's so much burst damage. All of these torches are all damaged. They're dodging bullets left and right. Going down one after the other. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy cow. They're all dead. All of them are dead. On existence, ready to go on ult. He pops it out. Grabs a kill on 1. Oh, but immediately gets shut down. Izzy popping out ult and also immediately shut down. The torches are having such a hard time getting any ground here in this game.
Plasma?
Oh, and that's it. Human Torch had no chance. Maybe with some more aggressive positioning or better aim, Human Torch had a shot. But for this timeline, Black Widow knocks him out of the tournament, and somehow, against all odds, Black Widow is moving on to the grand finals.
Was it luck, good matchup, skill difference, or did Widow really just earn her spot? Let me know in the comments, but for now, it's Mr. Fantastic battling to secure his grand final spot against Psylocke. Here we go. It begins. A whole lot of stretchiness. Immediately lunging forward. Psylocke's trying to use their range to their advantage. Their invisibility is not going to do them a whole lot of value here as the Mr. Fantastics are cleaning house. Psylocke's trying to escape, give free cheese, trying to get out. Mr. Fantastic continues to clobber forward, continues to push forward as the Psylocke continue to struggle to get anything on him. Barely living right there. Oh my gosh. Barely living right there. Roadcarp secures the kill. Acid jumps. Yeah, the Psylocke, they cannot be getting that close. Not to that many at once, yeah, or that happens. Dashing through, maybe. Able to escape barely with his life. Dino Dart doing what he can. Putting bits of damage in, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. They're trying to escape. It's like, dude, it doesn't even feel like they're dealing damage to them. Some of the Mr. Fantastics are starting to fall, mostly from the efforts of an ult. Ult comes down yet again. Trusted Table also chilling on an ult. The Mr. Fantastics comfortably pushing the point forward. Going down as well. The Psylocke's getting beat into a corner. Oh my gosh, dude. It seems like they're doing everything they can, and it just does not matter. They cannot get close enough to actually deal as much damage as they'd like. And Sniffer has ult. You've got to be thinking that they're trying to get in the background here and try to pop it down. Pops it up. With the shields immediately to follow. They just don't care. They just don't care. Ult coming down here. Finally secures up a kill. Battling for his life. Give free cheese. The only one left. And Mr. Fantastic without issue. Mr. Fantastic is moving on to the grand finals. Mr. Fantastic takes the victory. Somehow, the two generally regarded as the worst heroes in the game are moving on to the grand finals. So, somehow, it comes down to this. This has been an underdogs tournament, and now it's time to see who's the hungriest. Black Widow versus Mr. Fantastic as the final two. And so it begins. The Mr. Fantastics begin to roll out. A whole swarm of them coming up the stairs. That's a lot of fists. As existence is immediately wiped out. Mr. Fantastics are flooding the high ground, forcing the Widows to backpedal massively. Widows doing absolutely everything they can to try to escape, but are just getting picked off one by one. Pure Poke versus Pure Brawl, and Poke is currently biting the dust. Damage continues to funnel in. Gets a second kill. A lot of the Widows are in a bad spot. All of them are all separated out from their teams. Mr. Fantastic's walking the cart forward, using it sort of like a tank. The Widows continue to try to funnel damage in, but it just doesn't matter, as the Mr. Fantastics can clearly just push forward. And another bites the dust. Health meaning a lot right now. Big damage coming in. The shield coming out. He goes down. Getting separated out, not a good idea, regardless of who you're playing as. They're keeping themselves healthy with the shields. They can stack so many shields on each other. Mr. Fantastic continuing to just walk forward. No issue. Plasma Burst goes out.
Mr. Fantastic is taking the second zone with little trouble. Just takes that one on the chest. Pun fully intended. Mercy holding on to this high ground here. Oh, but the Mr. Fantastic's almost able to get up there as well. Oh, what a weird interaction, bro. Mr. Fantastic's continuing to funnel in. The Widows have clearly been able to set up a sort of firing squad here, forcing the Mr. Fantastics to play it a lot slower than they'd want to. They can't hardly even reach them. However, the cart continues to push forward as they're able to use it a bit like cover. Damage continuing to cycle in. Push on this cart as the Widow's doing everything that they can. GG taking a bit of a backline here. Able to hold the cart down, secures up a kill. But it gets cleaned up in the process. Mercy coming in to follow up. Ult coming down at a trusted table. Mercy does have ult here as well. The cart is charging forward. And that is it. Mr. Fantastic takes the game. It begins. The Widows lining up their shots, opening fire on what they can on the Mr. Fantastics. Mr. Fantastics puffs out his chest and starts swinging. Trusted Table immediately securing up a kill. Using Pop-Tart mode to escape to the safety of cover. GP Adeline going down after getting some damage in. They're struggling big time here. Struggling big time. As the Widows continue to struggle to get any room outside these doors. Cryptic finally securing up a kill, and the cart moves. Cryptic grabs 2. Missing up on the 3rd. Kiwi in a bad position here as the Mr. Fantastics are now all spread out. Fire Falcon, Thunderbolt. They clear them out. Dino barely escaping with his life, trying to keep them at range. Plasma Burst grabs out. Fire Falcon able to keep himself alive with the Pop-Tart shield. Dino grabs 2. Another one popping out. Kills continue to rain forward. Cryptic also sitting on his ult. Goes for the solo. Able to get his health up. Widows march the point forward. Trusted Table pops down the ult, forcing the spawn point, or forcing the point to change ownership. Mr. Fantastic reestablishing himself. Ult coming out. Cleans up Jaycon. Roadcarp also ready to go on ult. Widows are up on the high ground. Roadcarp takes this opportunity. Able to grab the health despite the body blocking trying to protect. Not able to get the ult off. Actually got it sapped off of him. Good damage, but it doesn't get any kills. However, many of the Widows are very damaged here. Ult's coming down from the Mr. Fantastic. Fire Falcon able to pick up 1. 2. Dino drops one of the Mr. Fantastic. Roadcarp grabs another kill. There's only 2 Widows left. The rest of them have all dropped.
Fantastic!
This is not looking good for the Widows. Plasma Burst doesn't grab anything. Not looking good. Mercy doing absolutely brawling it out, trying to land any shot that they can. Mr. Fantastic wants to close up the fight right here, right now. And that is it. Mr. Fantastic, without a shadow of a doubt, we have our winner. Mr. Fantastic moves on as the best
Should run it
hero.
Back with Phoenix.
No, we're done. Thank you for the bits. And there you have it. Mr. Fantastic wins the DPS tournament, and better yet, we were lucky enough to be able to make this free fights, forced random maps, and casual rule set simulate the competitive experience. Before you click off,
If you've watched the other 6-stack tournament videos up to this point, let me know who you felt got treated unfairly. The most liked suggestions will be the 3rd seat in our grand finals. We'll be taking a very short week-long break from these, however, to cover all the stuff that's coming up in the new season. So make sure you subscribe to see who wins, as well as our coverage of season 4.5. Bless your faces and deuces.